Dinesh ji, which stocks you would like to recommend?
Right now, we are in Ashirwad Capital investing in Castrol and metals, that is Tata Steel and Hindalco. So these are my three topics.
Okay. Hello everyone. Today we are with Dinesh Poddar ji. He is CMD for Ashirwad Capital Limited. How are you, sir?
Very fine, thank you.
Okay. Dinesh ji, please tell us about the current market scenario.
Current market has been very volatile since September 24. We were in a decline, and basically the market needed to consolidate. It was going up for quite some time, so it needed a break. But the volatility surprised a lot of market people, and it continued the time series. The market decline or consolidation continued for quite some time. It seems that we are finding a base here, or a short-term base, at least we can say, and markets look to have found the bottom and will go upwards or sideways and continue its consolidation till we get quarterly results of June quarter, and then market will start a new move from there on.
Okay. So which industries one should focus on currently?
We like metals a lot, also engineering, then capital goods and banking, finance,
Okay.
good NBFCs and the banking sector as a whole.
Okay. Sir, you told the statement that it is getting consolidated and people are little shocked, but it is not even volatile. People at this end feel it has really gone down and they are waiting for real revival. So, as per the general public, it was too much down for them and rather than getting consolidated. So,
See,
anyhow, sir,
sustained,
yeah.
yeah, any sustained up move will depend on the results, corporate results. And it doesn't seem that the corporate results are very encouraging in the very short term. So I think that there should be a turnaround in the quarterly results in the second quarter of this financial year. So that would take us to September, and I see a sustained rally from October, November of 25. So till
So,
that time, we have to live with the volatility and little bit of uncertainty. And when the corporates are not doing too well, then small hiccups in the geopolitics or in the macro scenario has an adverse effect on the market. People churn their portfolios. I'm talking about big FIs and everybody. So that has an impact on the market. But when you have corporate growth and GDP growing at the same time, that is when you have a sustained rally.
okay. Sir, which kind of stocks you would like to invest in right now? Large caps or mid caps, small caps?
No, I would always prefer large caps as the majority of the portfolio, like maybe 80% of the portfolio, and maybe 15% in mid caps and 5% in small and micro caps.
Okay. So, how do you
And
look
of
at the?
course,
Yeah, sorry.
overall 15
Yeah.
overall 15% of the portfolio should be in gold and silver
Okay, when we are
as
talking
a
about
hedge.
gold and silver, what would you like to say about gold and silver in the current
No, that is a
scenario?
continued hedge. It looks like the markets have gone up for gold and silver, but we are in uncharted territory, so we don't know where the top is. And like looking at the current situation of the global scenario, doesn't seem that people are going to stop hedging and investing in gold and silver. So a lot of HNIs and corporates and financial funds, they are putting some money, some allocation towards gold and silver earlier, which they were shying away from because they were getting much better returns in the market. But now everybody is allocating. So if everybody starts allocating, central banks start allocating, of course, there is limited gold and silver in the world, so it's likely to go up.
Okay. So how do you look at the trend in this coming quarter?
As I said, I think the corporate results should stabilize in June and start moving up from September quarter onwards. And then we'll see a sustained rally. Because whatever the government has invested in infrastructure and done some long-term investments, they will start bearing fruits. Employment will be, at a much better rate. And we will see all the fruits of whatever work has been done in the last 3 4 years, they will start bearing fruit. So when as soon as that gain kicks in, we will have a sustained rally.
Okay. So what is the global scenario and effects of it on the Indian markets?
Global scenario is very very volatile because so many changes are happening. We've just gone through, two major wars in Ukraine and Russia and Israel, and they don't seem to be ending, but the impact is now coming to an end. China and the trade war between US and China is still going on. Then Russia, how they are pivoting themselves against vis-a-vis China and US, how India is positioned. So, I mean, lot of power struggle is going on. America, which used to be the single most important power center in the world, is no more. So everybody is jostling for, position. So in such a scenario, I don't see an end to volatility in the geopolitical scenario. As such, we have to concentrate on fundamentals and corporate results and our own country and how it is growing. It is consumption oriented, whether it is, able to take in the global shocks, or it is insulated or not insulated. Where are the risk industries which are exposed more to exports, which are domestic oriented industries? All this study has to be done, and then a very judicious decision is to be made for investment.
Okay. So what message you would like to give to investors?
Advice is always the same, that go with the long term investment with a 3 to 5 year horizon. Always have bulk of your portfolio in A group shares, large caps. I mean, they are much better positioned to take in all this volatility, uncertainty, all these things. Smaller companies, one bad quarter or one bad year, and it becomes difficult to, stand up to it.
Okay. So last question, but not the least, what about the IPOs which are coming in? They are pouring in. So what would you like to
You
tell
have to
about
study
that?
the industry, you have to know the promoters, and not to go in for each and every IPO with the intention of, that okay, as soon as it lists, we will get out of it, because sometimes you can get very badly burnt. So it's better to do your due diligence and be very selective with the IPOs.
Very true. So anything else you would like to add, Dinesh?
No, I feel, see, the times for India are very good. The coming next 5 years will change the way the world sees India. And it is the most opportune time to be invested in India. Long-term investors understand this. The newcomers or the trader type of investors need to learn this. That if you stick on for the long haul, market is the best place. It gives you the maximum returns. No other financial instrument will give you this kind of return. But the certainty comes only if you hold long term. So you get returns with certainty. I don't think there's a better place than that.
Very true, sir. Because if we see the numbers, moreover, the I should not say teenagers, the age group is inside 30, which are maximum right now investing in Indian stock market and which are stuck up.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
also the truth.
at least stuck up because last 4 years they've seen only a good market. No? So they became overconfident and they were investing in, I mean,
Yes.
in industries they didn't understand, companies that didn't have that good a track record, and they were buying at very high valuations. So this kind of a volatile, I mean, this phase has come and it's a good learning for them. Maybe they
Yes.
learn from this and become long-term investors.
So they will remember this phase because it's a very
Yes.
big shock for them. So,
Hmm.
so thank you,
Yeah.
Dinesh ji, for your precious information and time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.